Okay, so we're going to try this again. I hate the internet. If you're trying to save money in 2021, cancel the internet. Just kidding. We have like
freezing rain here. Everything
here
is like frozen, so that could probably be the reason.
It could be the reason. So hopefully you guys join on back in. If you're here, let us know. Such a bummer. I hate when it cuts off the live because it really ruins the like motivation of the video.
The flow.
Yeah, it just really puts a damper on it. Yeah. Thanks, internet.
Yeah, right.
Thanks for coming on back, guys. Don't know what happened. Freezing rain here. Lost the connection. Hopefully it stays here.
Yeah.
And doesn't do that again. And like I was saying, cancel the internet in 2021 to save money. Just kidding. We need the internet, unfortunately, nowadays. I don't know. It's almost like, well, with school, it's a necessity now.
Oh my goodness. Could you imagine if there was no internet for school? Like,
then we would really be going crazy.
What would kids do?
Yeah, like totally going crazy.
What would we do,
Happy New Year, everyone. If you're joining back in, there is a part 1 video. We had a loss of connection here because we have freezing rain and it's just really a bad, yucky day. So the internet zonked us out. Freezing rain for me too, and no power. Oh no. Oh no. So we'll get back to our chit chat really quick. Hopefully, I was wondering why like it went from 300 people on the live to like 100. I'm like, geez, did I say something bad? I felt bad. So hopefully some people will get a notification if YouTube is working as well. Which did you get a notification?
I believe I did. Yep, I sure did.
Oh, thank you, Brenda. Yeah. Brenda says, a brilliant way to get me to give you 2 likes in the same day. I personally don't like starting a new live, and YouTube doesn't like when you do that. It's what is it? The algorithm, whatever that is, whatever that nonsense that is. But you'll see a lot of people won't come back because they won't be notified because that's YouTube's job, and they fail this year with that. Hi, Miss Magical Monica and Kat. Thanks for joining on. I know Kat was in the last one. We lost internet. So let's get back on to the money-saving goal of this video. We go in a lot of rants, but there's a lot of good stuff to cover. So in the description box after this video, I will post the Count by Fives money challenge. So we did this last year. And with COVID, we just like didn't even get into the challenge because we were just unprepared with what was going on. We didn't know what was going on. We were, constantly watching TV, constantly waiting for updates. And now that we're out of that mode where we just check the news once a day instead of 80 times a day, we're good to go. But it's a Count by Fives challenge. There's a log sheet, and the log sheet is just so that you know what you are saving each month. And it's updated for 2021. And we'll talk about a couple more things too in just a moment. And then there are these little tabs. Now there's a lot of things you can do with these. You can cut these out. I don't cut them out. What I do is I use a highlighter. So each week, this is a weekly challenge. Each week, your goal is to save a $5 increment amount from $5 to $25. And there's only two $25. So like I said in the previous video, if you can save more, change your amounts. Save what you can save. If you can save more, that's fantastic. If you can save less, that's okay. Do it. Save. That's the goal. Save something. Start somewhere, because when you start with this challenge, next time you might start something next month that you're doing completely separate. You might say, okay, I'm going to hit that emergency fund, and now I'm going to save $100 a month and put it there. And then you're going to say, okay, I'm going to look for more recipes, so I'm not going to be eating out more. You're going to find different outlets to save more money. But each week, and I'm going to start this week since we ended December with the unexpected amount with autumn, which was okay, but we still had some extra cash going on there. So I'm going to start this week for $25. So you pick one amount. So what I would do is on my log sheet, which is upside down, I'm going to just write for January 1st, $25. put this $25. You can keep a jar. These are actually from the Dollar Tree. It says girls just want to have funds, which Anthony was making fun of the cup or the jar.
The only reason why, because I thought she made it.
Yeah, he's like, did you make that? I'm like, and so what if I did? It's a cute jar.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I'm just going to keep it all in there and then keep our log sheet in a little folder by it. And then every week, just go on and update till the chart is completely full for the full year. And, you know, that's it. And this doesn't have to be your only way to save money. Like I said, if you can save, you know, this might be something for the kids' Christmas presents or for giving. Maybe you want to adopt, you know, a family or two at the end of the year for Christmas, and you want to say, okay, I just want to, you know, do $250 and $250 and gift them whatever they need, whether it's food, you know, you can go ahead and do that.
Right.
Sky's the limit. There's no limit on saving. You save and you save. And what I want you guys to do is, I think every month I'll do a check-in video just to check up with you. If Anthony can join in, I know his schedule is a little crazy, but if he can join in, just to see where you guys are at and for you guys to share your experiences, or maybe you save doing something else. You know, maybe you have some fantastic idea that it's all about sharing.
Everybody's got different ideas.
Yes, we love to talk about it. We can share with
everybody. It just helps everybody.
Yes. My husband and I put 100. Oh, I missed your, let me try and scroll up here. My husband and I put at least $100 every check away now, up to over $4,400 this year. See,
wow, that's great.
It adds up.
That's awesome.
You know, $100 nowadays isn't much. You can go to the movies and spend. Well, the movies aren't open now, but when you could go to the movies, you go to the movies and spend $100.
Easily.
Take that mind frame. Well, we like to go to the movies. We've treated ourselves to the movies. That's our treat. We don't drink. We don't smoke. We don't party. We're old. We stay home with our kids. And we would do that once in a while. But, you know, even if you take and do that, you know, once or twice a year or whatever, and the rest of the years you do family movie nights, those are just as fun. We have just as much fun. We just watched, like I was saying in my other live, Soul the other day. I was telling everyone, oh my goodness.
That was a good
really movie. You know, sit down and enjoy, stay home. And just find creative outlets to do that. Yep. You know, when the weather gets nice, have a picnic in your backyard. You know, I mean, amusement parks aren't open, but we know how expensive those things are. They get crazy. Hi, Yola. Happy New Year. So that is the challenge. I will post it. Do you guys have any questions on that? Definitely at this point, we're looking, I mean, do you have any insights into our personal?
Well, no, not for our personal stuff. But for me, for the working people, if you have any type of like retirement accounts or whatever like that at work, what I do is anytime I get any form of pay increase or whatever, I just take that money and I just add it to the account. Because if I don't see it, you know what I mean? I don't really worry about it. And over time, that's how I'm able to accumulate more money that way, instead of actually taking it out of the money that we do need to live on.
Right. We just take it like that money, whether he gets a pay increase, we take it like that money never existed. We never saw it because we won't miss it. If we let it go into our paychecks or our regular money, we're just going to up our spending. We're going to say, okay, we're going to do this, or okay, we're going to do that. I think that's a really good thing to do if you can do that. Any pay increases, you know, work with that. And I always put in my channel, and someone had mentioned it, if you don't need it, don't buy it. The thing with couponing is, you know, stockpiles can be so mesmerizing. You can see, I used to want a huge stockpile and a huge amount of things. And when I did have it, remember at the...
Well, let me get Autumn. She's chewing on something.
She's chewing on her puppy pad. I always wanted that look of a stockpile that was amazing. And she's chewing.
Go to the bed. No, come on.
Come on, Autumn. Come here, baby. she's got her feistiness back.
Yeah, she does.
She's got her feistiness. And I see really like grocery store stockpiles, and I can't look at them anymore like that, because I just think of how many times when I had that kind of a stockpile that we had waste or things that we weren't using or things that were sticking on the shelf. So be smarter with your couponing. Don't look as to how many things that you can get. If you can get things for free, I am always one to say grab them for free, right? Who can resist a free item? Who can resist a moneymaker item? But you got to be smart about your purchases, because some deals, may seem like a good deal, but they're not a good deal. So that's why I always say in my videos, if you don't need it, don't buy it. Stick to what you need. There's enough deals. I basically just coupon on Sunday now. I used to go during the week, to like Target and Walmart, and I will get into those stores a little bit more. And it's unbelievable what you can save. But use what you buy. And if you don't use it, give it to someone who can, because it doesn't do any good sitting on a shelf.
Right.
And I did that before. I have one stockpile. I mean, all of my stockpile videos, now everyone always says they want to see a stockpile video. I will show you a stockpile video in this year. And people will not like it because they'll think, oh, she's a couponer and she doesn't have a big stockpile. But I do. We use everything that we have. I just put aside stuff for my sister and my mom yesterday. Because I don't need it, and I'm not going to have it all the time. I'm always giving them the cereal that we get. I don't think my dad's had to buy a box of cereal in 2 years. Is it the best cereal?
Nope.
No, but he's going to buy it anyway.
Yeah.
He's going to go to the store and he's going to buy that cereal. He'll eat any cereal we throw at him.
Yeah.
Any. Exactly. That's why I coupon. Yeah, coupon for what you need. And for what you don't need, if you know someone else needs it, get it for them. That's definitely the smart way to do it. Another thing that I used to do a lot too, that I don't do anymore, or that either of us don't do, is collectibles. We do not collect things. So I used to collect, Precious Moments. What were those dolls? I had like Jackie O and Princess Diana. No, they weren't Barbie dolls.
Well, they're like special edition
porcelain. Ones. They were like Franklin Mint dolls, if you guys know those.
Disney snow globes.
Disney. Oh my gosh. I was just like I would go to the Disney store all the time and buy a snow globe. What are those? $55 at the time. I don't even know if they I'm sure they still make them. Huge savings. We do not buy gifts for each other. There's nothing that we need. And if we need something, we buy it. But let me explain to you with him a little bit. So he has been wanting a new Jeep, or a Jeep, not necessarily a new Jeep, a Jeep. So why don't you touch base with them on your Jeep obsession?
I mean, I wanted to have a Jeep, then.
Yeah, there's no reason we need a Jeep. No, we have 2 cars that work well.
Yeah, I guess so. But my car is a little small.
His car is small.
I'm a bigger guy. I like to have more room.
Stop. I've told him many a times we have a Jeep. We have a
Not
Jeep?
that Jeep. You have a Cherokee Jeep.
It is a Jeep though, right? I've told him many a times you want to take, he travels a little bit to work. So the reason why he uses a smaller car is for gas savings. Okay. And again, we just stated before, you have to do this to your spouse. If they have things that they want, you have to talk to them, and they will get mad at you at times, because he has gotten mad at me at times. Like, you can get what you want. And I said, what do I buy? I
must say though, I ragged her all the time. Like, especially if we're driving to the store or something like that, and be he's got a Jeep.
Every time we parked next to a Jeep, every time we...
And now my kids follow suit too, because they want a Jeep.
They make me feel bad.
And me and Joe actually went to go look at a Jeep when we brought it home, just to show her the Jeep.
I was furious.
Yeah. It was a brand new Rubicon. It was really, really nice.
Is it beautiful? Yes.
It was like 60 grand.
Yeah,
though.
that is talk about being on a savings train and then just cliffing off it. That to me,
everybody's entitled in their life to be like, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Let me just get this thing.
But this is why nobody's perfect. This is why we're not perfect.
No.
We struggle.
Yeah.
We don't say, okay, let's put all the money in an envelope. Oh, we save.
Right.
No, we go through these struggles too. And I stick to it because I know we don't need a Jeep. If he wants to drive my car, it's going to be more gas money. Figure that in each month. It's fine.
Right.
We're going to be putting more miles. My car's newer. His car is older.
Yeah.
So I'd rather wear out his car.
At the end of the day, she may, say, not necessarily no, but she would just say, we don't need one.
Right. I'm not saying, no, you can't get it.
Right. And I may get mad about it, but
he sleeps
later on, it's like, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
Because I didn't just go and do it. Because she actually did tell me, if you want the Jeep, when I brought it home that day, go get it.
I was just like, you know what I said?
And then it's like, it made me feel bad.
Right.
And then I didn't get it. So, of course, Joe was all excited. He's like, Dad, we're going to get the Jeep then? I was like, no, we're going to take it back.
I needed the H2. What is the H2? Brenda said
that's a Hummer.
Oh,
Hummer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah, that was
Brenda,
the second
I am
one.
So unfamiliarized with cars.
Yeah, I know everything. I know all the cars.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about mechanic as far as the cars go.
Julie, I'm gonna get you, Julie. Where are you? Oh, you should have got it.
I know. See, I mean, and it was nice too. It was nice. The kids want the top off in the summer and everything.
Yeah.
So it's like three against one.
It was a beautiful car. I'm not denying it, but I go back to the thing of your husband reminds me of my late husband. Love you both. Oh, thank you, Marsha. It was a beautiful Jeep. It was beautiful. And I would love to be like, here, go buy it. But I mean, in all reality, you got to do your checks and balances. Yeah. You got to weigh things.
And I can't really justify spending that much money on a vehicle. There's no reason
to get it. We technically don't need a new vehicle.
No,
okay, so if you need a new vehicle, you don't need a $60,000 Jeep.
One day.
But isn't that what I told you?
Yeah.
I said one day is going to be the right day. It's just not today. Don't buy a car right now if you don't need it. Thank you.
Who was that?
Amen.
Who was that? Who said that?
I want to say Ioana. I think the J is silent.
Can we block her by any chance?
No,
just kidding.
We're not just kidding. See, he gets nervous. But that's the reality. And I'm telling you, in another week or two, he's going to drive past a Jeep and he's going to say, he'll say, "Oh, do you want to go look at the Jeeps?" No, I don't want to go look at the Jeeps.
But I also told her as well, I don't need a new one. I could buy a used one.
Right, but this is what we're saying. This is what I bring them back to is what do we need it for? If one of our cars went kaput and we needed a new car, even a used Jeep is what? 30 something. 30, 40,000. Really. His car, he basically takes to and from work. So there's when I'm home and I go to the store, big brand new Jeep to and from work. So then he's going to drive my car. So the Jeep is going to stay in the garage for me to drive, which, you know what?
And then
I ain't a big car girl. I'd rather be driving a little 4-door, comfy, cozy little car. I like small cars.
What did I have? I had a little used Ford. I think it was like an Escape.
It was not Escape. It was like I think it was like not Mercer. What the heck am I thinking? It was a Ford.
Whatever. It was a little.
It was not an Escape.
It was like 100 and I don't even remember.
It was gray. It had scratches. We bought it used because at the time
it was like 160,000 miles.
That was the smart thing. It had a lot of miles. It wasn't a Fiesta, but it was like a Fiesta.
I think it was a Fiesta.
Was it a Fiesta?
It was like an older.
There was nothing wrong with the car. The car was it wasn't beautiful because it was, it had scratches. It was used. It was a used car.
But she loved driving that thing because it was small for her. It was easy for her to drive.
You could park in any space. I don't care if you had that little nook space. You were getting in it. You get these big cars. Well, now the cars have cameras and stuff, all this fancy stuff.
But me getting in and out of these cars, though, it's like, man, I ripped the panel, the top of the roof off.
Well, that's because he holds it. Don't hold it when
I don't hold it. That's the thing. I don't hold it.
Yeah, yeah. I just need any newish car, cross country, up and down. Well, if you're doing a lot of driving, then you definitely need a good car. It wasn't an Escort. Maybe it was a Fiesta. It was old. It was old, but we paid cash for it, and
You know what? I don't think it was a Ford. Now I think it was a Mercury. It was a Mercury, but it was It looked just like an Escort, though.
It did. It looked, because everyone would always say, "Is that an Escort?"
Everyone always asks, "Hey, what year's your Escort?" It's like, I would tell them the year, but I'm like, "That's not an Escort." That's right.
Right. Pay off the house and then get the Jeep. Yep. And he looks at it like, sometimes I think, "Oh, we have a lot of equity in the house, so I can get the Jeep." No, we want to keep that equity. We don't want to just.
I'm not saying take the equity out.
I'm just saying that, but you look at that like as
That's
extra
silly.
money, but that's money we can't touch right now. That's money that's there. I was not in Aspire. I just paid off my house, and I'm gonna drive my SUV until it dies. Amen, Marcia. We did Christmas for others thanks to couponing. Yes, that is great. And that car ran fantastic till we knew when it was done, because we were putting way too much money. Something had to be done, and it was like
I think it was like
$800.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Everything
car
was
was
pretty
run
much-
down by then, but we got years out of that car.
Yeah, we did.
I was
sure did.
never, I'm never embarrassed of a car or what we drive. 21 years. Now
Holy cow.
that's like me. I'll drive it till it's gone, till it can't drive anymore, as long as it's safe for the kids. And this Jeep that we have, Jeep Cherokee, it's fantastic. I mean, I haven't had any issues. How long have we had? Ramus, prayers for your family. Your son has COVID, and now my daughter. We're praying for them. Please pray for Ramus, everyone. This is such a bad year. But I've had no issues with the Jeep that we have now. I love it. But again, I could have bought something, we could have gotten something less, but.
We were actually going to buy the Jeep, remember?
What Jeep?
The Wrangler.
Oh, yeah. But we didn't.
We did.
We went with the.
Yeah. They're like trying to tell us what the payments would be. Like,
I'm like, no. And then taking all that money to pay it off. No, nope. We can start driving, get a new car, so you can give them the old car. My husband finally got us a Toyota RAV4. After my accident, I feel safe driving it. Being higher, you know what it is. Driving up higher is is nice to get that. I completely agree.
And not really making an excuse, but that's why I wanted a Jeep. It's a little bit more rugged. It has a steel bumper. I drive on the highway. So, I mean, if I get in an accident, I feel like I feel confident I'm going to be okay.
Yes, he
not
does
saying
a lot
that
of
it's
highway
gonna,
driving. So the little car, yes, is not the best. I completely agree.
It was more safety
and we'll keep you
reasons,
posted on this, but this year definitely, we're trying to
give thumbs up though if I should give.
Yeah, he says give a thumbs up if he should purchase the Jeep in 2021.
Yeah. Yes, get that.
Yes, I get that. Yeah, he does do highway driving, so I can't. He cannot. You're not getting any thumbs up. It's at 92 now. But now that I open my mouth, it'll probably jump up to 200. So funny. There's all of. Oh my goodness, you people are crazy.
Yes,
you guys. I thought you were on my
yes.
side. Well, we'll keep you posted, but we don't see any new car in our future. Oh my gosh, you guys are funny to me.
I love you guys.
This whole video went down the drain.
No, it didn't.
It went down the drain. But we're going to stay on for a couple minutes. I think in the new year, I'm trying to encourage Anthony to focus on his channel a little bit. I think we I have to honestly say that in 2020, we spent more time like watching TV and kind of sitting around and doing useless stuff, which is fine once in a while to do. But I want to be more productive in 2021 and get more, learn more things and, meet more people, whether it's through a live chat like this, and see what people are doing, see how people are thriving, see how people are hurting, because I want to be there for people. I really do.
See, but I can't help anybody with the savings because everyone's giving thumbs up now to go buy the Jeep.
I know, really. Now he's gonna have a video with his new Jeep and his
So we're gonna have to have a talk after.
Yeah, a smile on his face.
Yes.
And his
hey, you know what? If I get the Jeep, I could do video on the Jeeps.
Please. Oh, please.
Oh my goodness. I love the thumbs up.
Yeah, he's loving that. No, there's gonna be what is your family finance? He has a couple videos, but he's gotta get cracking. He's very, we're very
with work and stuff, it's very
Nelson said get the Jeep.
Who did? No.
Think of all the handyman things he can do with the Jeep. Yeah. Oh, he enjoys watching the car cleaning videos. And what else do you watch? Any kind of.
Not too much, really. I mean, that.
Okay.
Right.
Anywho.
I'm drawing a blank now.
Yes, no loans. There will be no loan. If he was getting it, it would be cash. And right now, if we went and did that, that would where are the kids? The kids are here. Yeah. It's not the right thing. We talk a lot about investing because we're in our 40s right now. And I don't think I will be able to, he's not going to be at his job forever. My job right now is YouTube, but I'm in my 40s, please. I don't know, if people will want to watch me as I continue to get old and gray and wrinkly. So we're thinking of investing. And one of the things that we want to do is maybe buy an investment type property. And, with the way that our finances are, it would definitely be something that we could do this year, but we don't want to jump in doing that. Without thinking about it. And getting a Jeep like that just totally takes everything away.
Oh, I know.
It really gives. And, we worked hard. When we redid our kitchen, it was cash. I mean, it wasn't not like we gave them cash, but I mean, we paid it all out of our money that we saved for the kitchen. And doing a kitchen remodel, we hadn't done anything in this house and our previous house. Because we always had little kids, we had animals, our fur babies. And we told ourselves, when we know it's time to start remodeling, we will. And this year, we went for it. And everything that we did, we had not one bill. And if I would have to wait to do it, I had no problem. My house was fine the way it was before. And it's fantastic the way it is now. But yes, anything that you do in big scale, if you can, especially as we're getting older and Brenda's saying no loans after 40, I completely agree. We could really do a power save. We have the option right now to really power save and pay off the house this year and the next year, maybe year and a half, and have it completely paid off. It's talking. If one thing you can get out of this video is talk. And yes, remodels do add value, and it has added value to our home, which is good. And one thing is, if you look in parts of our home, like if you see in my video, my kitchen looks, I love my kitchen. I'm very proud of it. You go into our bedrooms, we've got white doors in our kitchen. We've got oak doors in our bedrooms.
Oak trim still in our bedrooms.
We've got
the family rooms.
Our bathrooms are very outdated. Not updated, outdated.
Yeah. They were from 2000 when the house was built. So
and they're fine, but they're fine.
Yeah, they're functional and they work.
They're functional, they work, but they're out. If you want to say outdated, they're definitely outdated. But, I think some people thought like we were just going to do everything in one shot. That wasn't our plan. Our plan was to do it step by step, paying it cash, and not using all of our savings to do it.
No.
We have to have that savings. Joe needed braces this year. And if anyone has had braces as an expense, it was what, $3,300?
Well, yeah, it was like $5, but my insurance,
part of his insurance paid some of it, or it was $3 or something. So it's just, here we go. Ceiling fans add $200 values. And what we plan on doing, like we have a really small bathroom. We plan on just remodeling that ourselves, as just a rainy days project. But we knew that the kitchen, the main floor, since we spend the most time on it, was definitely something that I wanted to do. You got a smirk on your face.
That's because Julie said that Jeep could bring that from Menards easier than a car.
Oh, like
probably
my newspapers?
No, I think like things for like the remodel. Oh, and you're right. We found we used to have a pickup truck. Yes.
We loved the pickup truck because when you're moving things, ain't nothing like having a pickup truck or someone who has a pickup truck.
Because now anytime we have to move something or pick up something, we have to rent one from like Home Depot.
Right.
It's kind of annoying.
The trim. Yes. Now, we just don't. We can put the seats back. You can only get so much in there.
Right. You don't want to put too much in there.
Understand. I can get my papers in the Jeep, huh? Selling stuff on Facebook or Marketplace. I am not one to really. I get very anxious with selling to strangers. If there's something that you have to, or that you'd like to sell, definitely do it in an open place, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, if you're meeting somebody, they always recommend meeting at like
I would never
your local police station, which totally makes sense.
Yes. It's safety first.
Unless it's like somebody in your neighborhood.
And still then, though, if you know them, it's a different story. But if you don't know them, right. Make sure that you're in a safe place.
Yeah.
Safety first.
Because people nowadays are just.
Yeah. And Julie's saying it's so saturated. There's a lot of stuff out there.
Yes.
So I think the best tip that I would give, if you're looking to sell something, just be reasonable. So it'll sell quick, unless you want to sit around and negotiate with people or things like that. Mm-hmm. Our town has a garage sale every year. Did they do it this year? We didn't do anything this year.
No, well, yeah,
My sister had a garage sale.
I think they did, but we didn't do anything.
If you can get stuff together for that, definitely do that. Because it's nice, because then you have a whole community. Where we are, if I was just gonna have a garage sale today, nobody would come, because I would have to put signs with arrows and more arrows, and we're just not in like the city where we
have to get like an airplane banner.
Yeah. We'd have to get one of those. He'd have to hold one of those signs, flipping it on like one of the corners so that people would know to go.
Then they think I work at Subway.
Yeah. It just would be a hot mess. It would be more work than people that we would actually get. But if you're selling on, Sam, you look so cute. Is the baby sleeping?
Yeah, she's laying down here on the floor.
Autumn laid down. Sam is such a good sister.
Mm-hmm.
I said, see, you always wanted a little sister. Now you got a little hairy one. She's making a face. And then be careful with online, because I know eBay and all of those other places, like, fees are through the roof to sell. And then you got to figure out your shipping fees and stuff like that. And your time to do it, make sure that it's worth it for you, that it's something that is worth doing. Because if after you're just making a little bit of money, is it worth it? That's the most important thing. I have a lot to sell, but don't know what would be the best place to sell it. Kitchen remodel is expensive. Been there, done that. Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, we agree. It's always more than what you anticipate.
Right.
So
because it's like something looks nice, and then it's like, oh man, we have to change that though, because now that looks, it kind of works together, and it's
and it's like the trim. I didn't realize you just figure the trim, and then we on our upper level we thought, well, since we're doing the trim, we need to do the doors because it's just all open, and then we can just be done with that. Everything else is what it's going to be. But when you factor in the trim and then the doors, and when you need more trim and you forget about this, it does add up. So I would say add at least an extra 10% into your budget for what ifs. Facebook Marketplace is great. We have a local, check on Facebook. We have a local, our specific area that we live. They have a local Facebook group. So many of the people are neighbors, or like, if they're selling something, I can see their picture and be like, oh, I've seen her at the pool before, or whatever. She's local. So if you have a local Facebook group, I think that would be a good place to sell things. And they sell really quick. I mean, some people will put out things for free, like first come, first serve, a Barbie play set, which is amazing. If you have kids, take advantage of those free things that people are giving away. Make sure that you wash them, clean them, all that kind of stuff. We are looking for a new used vehicle. My husband works at a mill, and weighing used cars, 2017. See, I'm not a car person. They aren't giving away the used cars. 2017, 62,000 miles and 19,000 for a Hyundai. I don't know any insight on that specific purchase there. What do you check? There's different sites that you can check the Blue Book value of the car. Right?
Yeah, Carfax. You can
or Carfax with that little fox.
Yeah,
sorry, Carfax.
Yeah, and I forgot what one.
Run the VIN at Carfax.
Yeah, that's it. You just run the VIN.
Isn't it like Kelly Blue Book or something?
Yeah, they have that. But if you have the actual VIN number of the vehicle and you type that in, it'll give you the exact
Kelly
vehicle,
Blue Book. Thank you.
The real vehicle. So.
Yeah, always do your research. When you're doing like before we did this kitchen, we thought about it for a long time. We really did. And then COVID came and we thought we were going to stop it. And we just decided, you know what, we're ready for it. Let's do it. So any kind of big purchases, always don't do them rashly, give it a little time, even in buying a car.
Yeah. Sleep on it at least, because the next day you might feel different about it. Be like, you know what? Let me just hold off a little longer.
Right.
I tried doing that with the Jeep, but everyone is like, get it going. Go get it.
It's a never, it'll be a struggle with us for a while, maybe until he gets it. But again, know what is important first and make those purchases. So it's 2:18, guys. We were on for an hour and 8. Don't you love being on here? I mean, it feels like we're just, I don't know, especially now, it feels like this is our way of communicating.
Well, because that is for a lot of people.
We haven't seen anyone, aside from my parents, and it's okay. We've gotten through it.
Well, look at even with the kids' schools, we were on there with with their teachers.
The kids, we did a virtual conference thing for them. Yeah. I used to sell to local moms in my area. Oh, moms, if you are fine with buying used items, there are so many used groups for like baby items and things like that, which are very costly. I mean, clothes, just think about when the kids were babies, 80% of the stuff that I bought, I went to garage sales. I would go on a Friday. For me, was the best day to garage sale. Yeah. Because a lot of people still worked on Friday, and Saturdays you tended to get that extra rush, but usually the first day of garage sales were on Friday. Some were Thursdays, so I would hit those too. And I mean, their baby clothes, I must have gotten 80% from garage sales.
And she didn't even spend a lot, and they were actually really nice clothes.
Some garage sales would have like a shopping bag, fill a shopping bag for $3. Oh boy, did I learn how to perfect how to get as much as I could in that shopping bag for $3.
Yeah, she actually.
I wouldn't pile it in. I would take time and like fold it. They probably thought I was a nut, but Hey, they set their rule, $3 a bag. I took advantage of it. Coats.
Cool too. Well, even
I still had
when they were a little younger,
a Columbia coat that Joe he
barely
just
fit in it now.
Barely, it's still big.
It's still big,
but you wash everything brand new. I think that coat was $2.
And she bought that when he was like what, 5?
Yeah, I've had it. Yes, I pre-bought things because I knew like
because
a Columbia coat or any kind of
there.
like name brand Nike, that stuff is not going out of style.
No.
The design may change as far as like the colors. There might be cooler designs, but I always and I'm lucky that I have a son that is not picky as far as clothes. At least not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Sam is a little bit different. Now it's harder to buy. Well, we haven't done garage sales. So maybe if that starts up, but I save so much money by doing that. And I think, Be Happy Fortnite Queen. Thank you. My mom is a huge fan of yours. That is so sweet. You tell your mom Happy New Year. I remember fill the bag deals. I love those. Do they still do that? Well, I don't know about last year, but years before, Brenda, yes. Fill the bag, like $3. Or going the last day of a garage sale too. Sometimes I always say like sometimes the junk is left, but sometimes you can find some good things and people are willing to get rid of it super cheap at that point. I mean, I've walked into a garage sale before. Brenda, I've raised 19 boys. Trust me, I could fill that bag. I love it. Brenda, we wish you were a neighbor. I bought kids in bulk at Talbot's past season. Yeah. Don't be afraid to, if your kids are young now and they're not into like styles and things, to size up and buy early, because I did that. I used to have tubs, not now because the kids are getting bigger, but I would have tubs. I would just label them 7, 8, Sam, 10, 12, Joe. Wash everything. And then when I would pull it out, I would just wash it again just to get it fresh. So everything that I put in the tub was washed from the garage sale. I just didn't throw it in there from the garage sale. But then when I took it out, I would wash it again. And the Facebook groups, I didn't do Facebook groups because at the time I wasn't very Facebook group knowledgeable. But I see so many knowledgeable, groups out there that they have specific, sales for different groups for baby things and stuff like that. I do miss going to the garage sales too.
They're not, it seems like they're not like they used to be.
Well, we haven't really done it. So, I mean, but even like the year, like not last year, but the year before, we went to a couple and they were town sales and we would always he would look for, like golf clubs, or tools. Tools is a big thing for him. Whatever. Work bags, just different things. We would always find stuff. And I think we went to one and we didn't find anything.
Yeah.
Nothing.
But some of the stuff people were selling them like it was brand new out of the store. Some of the items, it's like.
Yeah, it's almost like the garage sales are almost like mini stores now. Like they want full price. You could go, I learned garage selling from my parents. They used to drag us to garage sales. And my parents used to buy at garage sales and then resell at a flea market. Yeah. So I spent many of my years, if you are in Illinois and Montana Charlie's, the outdoor flea market, I was there, spot 64, was my parents' selling spot, and that's how they made extra money, and that's how they paid off their debt, by buying things cheap and reselling them for a profit on Saturday and Sunday.
So that's where she learned most of her.
That's where I learned that my parents, they didn't buy us a lot, so we never spoiled. Knew about things. Not never knew about it, but we never expected things. So we lived with what we had. But I would go with them, and my dad would drive there. My mom usually would stay home because I had other sisters and brothers. But I went for the most of my years, and even into my teenage years, helping them. And my dad, as soon as he parked that darn car in spot 64, he was out looking for deals already for things to resell. He'd slap it right back on the table there. So you just have to be creative. And,
Yes.
some people think, oh, that's weird. It's not weird. It is not weird because let me tell you, they paid off their debt doing that. They paid off their debt going Saturday and Sunday.
And even when you and I started dating, like I would go in their basement and oh my goodness, the boxes of things that they had. Like he had it all organized to where it was like aisles. You had to walk through this maze of boxes like aisles, Yeah. I was like, what's all this stuff?
Because that was his inventory. We didn't have a storage unit. My dad would not pay to store it, so he stored it in our basement. It was always organized. It wasn't like a slop mess.
No, I mean, it was neat. Yeah.
He would organize it, and he would organize in a way so each week when he made his boxes of what he was going to take, he knew what he had. Another thing that he got into was baseball cards. He resold baseball cards. He was a big baseball card guy. So he perfected finding out what cards would make money, what cards were,
He would always send you guys, right?
Yeah.
To go look for them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if anybody does baseball cards, but I think it was the Beckett pricing guide. I learned, okay, this particular card, Mickey Mantle, Jose Canseco, I can name them, and I don't even watch baseball. No. But he taught me this is what you look for when you go, So it's just being creative. I mean, he would buy, whatever. We used to he would buy the baseball card sheets that some of you guys use for your coupons. And he would have us sit at the table. And I mean, maybe people would consider it slave labor, but that's what we did.
Yeah. He didn't have to pay them. So
yeah, he didn't pay us, but we didn't do it all day, but he would say, okay, can you come and help mom and dad, and we would just fill in every week when he would sell some cards, we'd fill it in. And let me tell you, it definitely brought our family together. As I got older, I detested it a little bit because I was getting older and I wanted to do my own things. But now as an adult, that was just a way that they paid off their money. Yeah. A lot of ways that people pay off money too is furniture. Some people make furniture. If you have a craft or a skill,
like a carpenter or something.
You have to really weigh out your costs because it can be very expensive. Crafting can be very expensive, and to make something and sell it can cost you a fortune. But if you're crafty and you can do it economically and flip it and make a profit, like get rid of it and make some more, like wreaths. And, when I was younger, like even in my 30s, and I'd go to craft fairs, I'd be like, oh my gosh, that is so expensive. But now I realize the work that went into it and how much it is, to make it and how it's worth it. But if you can do that, a lot of people need pet sitters and things like that. I know it sounds silly. People think like, we have a great pet sitter who has a local Facebook page. If you can, start off with a couple of pets and build a rapport for yourself. And if you've got the time and if you've got the patience, because that takes a lot of patience.
And you don't even need, you have the Facebook now. You have
we have
all that is free advertisement for people and their businesses and stuff like that. It's all free to, put it up there, give yourself a name or, and there's always like her mom and dad would always resell things and stuff. And that's a perfect example is, that there's money out there to make.
You can still do it. You just have to, make sure that you, are smart. You have to keep track of what you're spending and what you're going to sell it for, because you buy it for $1 and you want to sell it for $2. It doesn't always happen. Right. So you have to figure in that, okay, I might just get $1.50, which is 50 cents profit, or can I break even?
Or if I can get my money back. Right.
Yes. If it could be a break even. Sure. Poshmark, if you're really good with clothing and brands, I'm so lame with brands because I just can go into any store and just, if I like it, I'll buy it. So I'm not a name person or brand person, but I know we always see that Poshmark commercial, the lady that made hundreds of dollars, and it can happen. Thrift stores are really good for that. If you're thrifty with thrift stores and finding deals, and that takes a lot of time though, but there's definitely ways that you can make money and do that. Yes, if you can craft on a budget and resell, that's a good way to make some money for sure. But I think we're going to stand for 5 more minutes, and then we're going to head out, guys. But we'll definitely in 2020 pop in more and do some more of these different videos and things like that. For an 18-year-old couponing while also attending school, any advice? Well, Nelson, I think an 18-year-old couponer is a smart boy there. 18-year-old, I don't know if you're a boy. Nelson sounds like a boy's name, maybe. Whomever you are a smart person. Okay,
Yeah.
If you're 18 years and couponing, kudos to you. Advice while going to school. So right now everything is, I don't know, some people may be going to school. I know here we're virtual still. Focus on your studies because that's the most important right now. Utilize what you have. If YouTube videos, I'm not just saying my YouTube videos, utilize them, breakdowns, let others do the work for you. You are a boy. Okay. I just wanted to make sure sometimes,
sometimes a girl, like a sister could be using the
their
account
parents
or whatever. Yeah.
But you are one smart 18-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on your studies. That's number one. But if you can watch a couple, I think when you're in school, don't try and do every store because that's a lot of work for you. Focus in on your favorite store where you grab the best deals and find other people to do the work for you. Whether you're watching my videos or someone else's videos and you're getting the deals, that's the most important because let them make it easier for you so that you can go ahead and grab those deals and save money. Nick from Ohio Valley Couponer is in college and coupons. Yes, that is a fantastic example for you of a young couponer who's starting young and saving money. 20-year-old couponer here, Lucy. We've got lots of smart. Yes, study and make the grades. That is the most important for yourself right now. Happy New Year, Chris. Thanks for joining in. So I think we're going to go ahead and end the video. I want to thank everyone who joined in. The most important thing is don't feel bad about where you're at right now. No. Don't put yourself down. Just say, you know what, this is where I'm at right now, and this is where I want to be. And build steps to get there. You will get there. And it's hard, but you got to keep that positive. If it was easy, everybody do it. Yeah, and it won't happen. You won't wake up tomorrow and it won't be It's going to take, it could take you a year, it could take you 2 years, it could take you 10 years. Yeah. But if you keep building on it, it will be more, and you'll get there. I believe in all of you. You will definitely get there. So just keep up and doing what you're doing. All right, guys. So we want to wish you a happy new year. Yep. Happy New Year. Enjoy your day. Don't keep thumbsing up because he'll expect it. Continue with your insight, continue on your journey, and continue sharing it with us too, because we will definitely be going live so we can hear about it as well. Absolutely. So thank you so much for joining in. You guys have an awesome day. I will be back tomorrow live on Saturday. So Savvy Saturdays is still a go for tomorrow. And I will have best deals videos posted, or deal video posted tomorrow. And a coupon insert preview because there's a lot of inserts coming. So thank you so much, everyone. Have an awesome day. Stay restful today because that's what we plan on doing. See, you think that I'm in clothes and all dressed, but I actually have pajama bottoms on. Yeah. So I'm taking it easy. I ain't lying here. You think I'm just slouching. Yeah, but I am actually. I got the pajama bottoms on. It's an illusion. It's the illusion today. Yeah. So happy start to a blank year. Fill it in with your vision. Love it. Love it. That's where we're going to end the video. You guys have an awesome day. Thanks for joining in. Take care. Bye, guys. Take care.